Howdy, and welcome back to Norm Nathan's Vault of Silliness with yours truly, Tony Nesbitt. We were delayed due to the holiday, just like my city's trash pickup. Did you catch that episode 196 finally made an appearance on the YouTube? The curse of 196 has been broken. Now, can you believe that we are here at episode 199? Nah, me neither. But oh, so happy we are. What do we have today? Well, first we say ni hao and hyunying to China. That's right. We've got a couple of listeners in China. A Dumb Birthday Game from September 13th, 1992 is on tap today. Norm effortlessly explains the Dumb Birthday Game and then rattles many papers in our ears as the reviews are in. From the Chelsea Record, the Andover Townsman, the Lawrence Eagle Tribune, the Town of Wellesley, the Wall Street Journal, and the Malden Evening News all publish their latest views and opinions on this piece of radio excellence. And because of all that, I have titled it Rattlin' Reviews. The players: Paul from Malden, making his approximate 1,000th appearance. Beth from Muskegon, Michigan. Helen from Boston, Kristen from Dorchester, I'm producing and playing in studio, and Bill Wilson is in traffic. Our birthdays: Mel Torme, Claudette Colbert, Fred Silverman, Nell Carter, Larry Speaks, Jacqueline Bissett, Peter Cetera, and a date in history. In what year did Chiang Kai-shek become president of China? I did not, no, this is just pure fate, coincidence. That was not planned at all. Oh, and we actually have another birthday to break a tie. Judith Martin. Episode 199. Rattlin' Reviews crumples its way to your ears. Now.
It is time now for the very exciting and dumb birthday game, and I'll introduce you to the members of the panel in just a moment. For those of you who may be tuning into this exciting game or something for the very first time, I may explain the rules are really quite simple, which is why we call it the Dumb Birthday Game. This is no reflection, as we mentioned earlier, on people who are playing the game, because they're extremely bright. It's the game that's dumb. I mentioned to you names of people who were born on this date, and you tell me how old you think they are. Of course, today is Friday the 13th, and when Friday the 13th comes on a Sunday, then you know that things are very difficult. Incidentally, you might be interested to know that a number of newspapers have written about the legendary and fabled Dumb Birthday Game. Here's some of the comments. The Chelsea Record calls this a wacky romp, a tense thriller, and a real feel-good program. The Andover Townsman calls this a timeless classic about a rebellious boy coming of age in Methuen in the 50s. And the Lawrence Eagle Tribune says, the Dumb Birthday Game is a stylish melodrama about sex and violence among the British aristocracy, a moving psychological drama. I kind of have a feeling they really weren't listening.
And I thought they were right on the money.
Yeah. In a way, it offers something for everybody. So however you interpret it, I think it's good stuff. The newspaper in Wellesley calls it a cop battles crime and corruption in one of Wellesley's seediest neighborhoods. I didn't know that Wellesley had a seedy neighborhood. I thought they were zoned out of town. You have a seedy neighborhood, you're no longer part of our town, they say. Also, here's one from the Wall Street Journal. A psychological seat squirmer set in the world of high fashion. And
a couple of these miss just a little bit.
Just slightly, but I think they get a certain kind of flavor.
They have a feel for it. They definitely have a feel for it.
I think I was going to say that too. And here's one from the Malden Evening News. And an entrancing charmer.
Oh, that says it all.
I think that says it all.
You saved the best for last.
Yeah, I did. So I want to thank all those of you who have listened to this program and reviewed the Dumb Birthday Game and added your comments. I think that's just so darn nice.
Very nice.
Okay. Now let me introduce to you members of our panel. Paul from Malden certainly is no stranger. This is his 1,000th appearance. How you doing, Paul?
You mentioned the fact that the Malden News also mentioned the fact that it was just so darn proud that two of its favorite sons have been brought to fame on
That's
the Dumb
right.
Birthday Game.
That's right, Paul.
Myself and Joe the Baker.
That's right, the notorious Paul and Joe the Baker. By the way, I met him for the first time at the what do we call it? The farm stand.
Farm stand.
Yes, he was there with his little baby, and
Teal.
Teal that's his baby's name. Teal, very very cute.
Incidentally, Norm, I'd love to hear Arthur Godfrey do a pitch for Ovaltine, if you could, sometime during the game.
Sometime during the game. Let's see. I seem to be lapsing into that voice now. I sort of have to get the Gretchen.
Kind of voice.
Ovaltine. Drink Ovaltine. It'll help you, make you sleep. If Norm Nathan, certainly one of my heroes, and I mean this not in a derogatory way, if he doesn't put you to sleep, and God knows he does me, Ovaltine will.
Now that man speaks the truth.
That man speaks, hold on, it says that right here. That man speaks the truth, by God. He speaks. In the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. You didn't want him to sing, did you, Paul?
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible. Anything is possible in their own way.
And you know how you mentioned this was my 1,000th appearance?
Yes.
Oh, just consider me sort of the Bennett Cerf of the Dumb Birthday Game.
The Bennett
Kind
Cerf.
of a regular, like on What's My Line.
Yep, that's right. That's right. Bennett Cerf was on that. What's my line?
If you could only see Norm here when he channels Arthur Godfrey, or when he channels any of the people he does, it takes him no time. Most people get into that. Candles and dim lights and holding hands and seances and all that. Norm, he just sits there, boom, there they are. They're in his body.
Right there.
Have you got something in your mouth, Tony?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
does it sound that way? Am I clicking?
Oh, you are clicking.
I'm sorry.
You are clicking. Okay, let's see who else.
It's my bridge work.
Let's see who else is playing the Dumb Birthday Game. A game that even though I'm dead, I love to listen to. It's a wonderful game, and it's almost made me come to life.
Before you leave us, Arthur.
Yes.
Would you happen to know the lottery number for tomorrow?
The lottery number for tomorrow.
Yes.
You think from where I am, I can predict the future?
Sure.
Yes.
Someone you may know.
The lottery number for let me close my eyes and see if I can figure out the number for Monday. Daily lottery number.
Sunday.
Oh, Sunday. It's Sunday, of course. Of course. How silly of me here in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. Okay. The number is 9625413B 69841. He makes me laugh. Does he make you laugh? Anyway, I think I wouldn't bet on that number. Okay.
Well, considering they only draw 4 of them.
Let's go to Beth, who is in Michigan and far enough away from here so she cannot be considered an accessory. How you doing, Beth?
I'm fine.
You're fine.
I'm fine between Detroit and Boston.
Okay, now where in Michigan are you? What silly city are you in out there in Michigan?
Muskegon. I overlook Lake Michigan.
Oh, Muskegon, Michigan. That's a twin city for a city in Massachusetts, which you probably never have heard of, but it is called Cohasset. Muskegon is the Cohasset twin city. Did you know that?
Of course I knew that.
I know that. It was kind of silly of me to say that. Is this the first time you played the game with us? Are you
No.
You played it before, eh?
A month ago.
A month. Did you win?
No.
Okay, because if you did, you probably haven't got the prize yet. Because I've been very bad about that kind of stuff. What do you do out there in Muskegon, Michigan? What's anybody do in Muskegon, Michigan?
That's a good question.
I thought it was, and that's why I asked it.
Not much of anything.
Okay, let me write that down. Not much of
Not
anything.
much of anything.
Not much of anything.
Is there room for that on a doily?
Yeah, we're going to embroider that on another door. Yes, we are going to do that. We're going to go to, okay, Helen is part of the panel, too. She's from Boston.
Hi, Norm.
I was in Boston once when I was just a kid. And you know
I
what?
heard you flirting with the other Helen from Boston, and she's an imposter because I'm the original.
You are the original one.
And I heard you flirting with her.
And you're the shapely one.
Are you going to raise hell about that, Helen?
Yep.
You're going to raise hell about that, Helen. You get the kind of humor that we have on this birthday game?
Tony's in my book okay all the time.
Well, that was Paul, actually, who said that, not
I just
Tony.
went to the Jack Hart School of Humor.
Yeah.
And failed miserably.
I thought that was Tony.
The only thing worse about failing the Jack Hart Comedy School is to pass
It's
it.
to graduate.
Yeah, it's to graduate. Then that leaves you a future that is really bleak.
In
Terribly
traffic.
That's
Next
right.
is traffic school.
Okay. Oh, hey, you know who else we have?
Who?
We have the very lovely and desirable,
Oh, yes.
and you talk about shapely.
Oh,
Just her right arm is enough to drive you crazy, let alone her entire body, is Kristen. Hello, Kristen.
Good morning, Norm.
Good morning, Norm. Hello. We don't have to be so formal, you know. We could say, hi there, sweet, good-looking guy, you cutie. You know, we could do that the way we do it when we're not on the air.
Hi there, cutie baby.
Oh, God, Kristen, please. That was just so darn nice. And, of course, Tony you've heard from because he's sort of been part of this whole thing.
hi there, Sugar Plum.
Okay.
Tony, I've noticed a trend.
Is he
of
talking
late.
are you talking to me or Kristen? And I
No,
hope,
yeah,
I hope
I
it's
thought-
Kristen because I'm a little worried about you.
Tony?
Paul?
Yeah, I've noticed a trend lately. Did you notice there seems to be 3 women and 1 man on the phone calls?
Yeah, I've noticed
of
that
late,
too.
the last 3 or 4 games.
That's
And I
because
work
we're
here.
smarter.
We're smarter.
Yeah.
We're smarter? Did you
I'm
say
sort
that,
of the
Helen?
rooster in the hen house.
Okay, and we also have with us, and I'm so thrilled about this, is the man who calls traffic for us and who found a bear on a highway somewhere.
I had to look in New York for it, but
That's right.
I did find it.
This is Bill Wilson. You know, one time we used to give, when there was an unusual traffic situation somewhere, a
Road
distance
Watch
from here,
America.
we would do that. We haven't done
isn't-
that lately because we get out very far, and we could be helping people like on the New York Thruway and that kind of stuff.
As a matter of fact, I work for them as well.
You work for the New York Thruway?
Road Watch America,
Oh,
and they didn't want to even hear about the bear.
no, they didn't.
They just didn't care about the bear.
You know, that's the trouble with the world today, I think, is a lot of people just don't care. And that makes me sick to my stomach, and I think I'm going to throw up.
I don't care.
I think, let me see, who can I throw up over? I don't know. Isn't that sickening? I'm sorry.
That's really...
Forget I said that. Forget I said that. I happen to be very healthy.
You
Poor
sound like George Bush.
Why does that's right.
Yeah.
He did happen to have an incident in Japan, which I suspect you're referring to. Okay, I think that's the most colorful, interesting thing he's ever done. Tell you the truth.
Depending on what he ate, yeah.
Right. I think we can move along.
Oh,
Today, of course, is as we mentioned, is Friday the 13th, which is on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
September 13th is the birthday of one of my favorite all-time vocalists, and man who gets
Eddie Fisher.
has gotten better. Well, shut up. No, this is a guy who actually sings in tune.
Oh, okay.
Walter Lipschitz.
Walter Lipschitz, or sometimes he uses his stage name of Mel Torme.
Oh.
Mel Torme. Today's Mel Torme's birthday.
The Velvet Fog.
The Velvet Fog. That's right.
Now, does he like that now?
No, he used to hate it
Yeah.
at one time. No, he's mellowed a lot through the years. I remember mentioning a couple of things to him once when he was guesting on my very popular high-rated show called The Popular High-Rated Show, it was called. And he used to get so angry, he would start... Anyway, we won't go through that. Paul, how old do you think Mel Torme is on this
Has
day?
he mellowed since then?
He's mellowed quite a lot. Yes, he has. In fact, John McLaughlin on CNBC interviewed him about a week or two ago, and he was fascinating. I mean, Mel Torme, not John McLaughlin, although he's fascinating too. Paul, what do you think? How old is Mel Torme?
He's nudging up there around 70.
Around
I'll
70.
say he's 68.
68. Okay. And Beth?
67.
67. Okay. And Helen?
69.
69. And, hey, baby, Kristen, come closer. Tell me, whisper in my ear.
Well, cutie, I think I'll say 65.
65. You know what I'm going to do? Kristen, I'm going to write that down. How do you spell that? Six,
know.
a 6 and a 5. I never fell in love with you because you were smart. I fell in love with you because you're so darn beautiful.
Okay.
The fact that you're 73 years younger than I am really tears me apart. I don't know how to handle that part of it.
But Norm, you're still using baby bond, so you're young at heart. And
I'm not only. That's right. And I still eat Swyback, and I still drink Similac.
Oh.
Because I long for those days to come back again.
Nothing like some hot Similac right out of
That's
dip
right.
your little elbow in and test it first, little on the wrist.
Tony, you better take his temperature.
Helen, did you just say that? Helen, that was a wonderful remark and very clever. Now just sit down and be quiet.
I'm sitting down.
Okay. And Tony, how old do you think Mel Torme is?
I'll agree with Helen. 69.
69. Okay.
Thank you, Tony.
You're welcome, Helen.
We don't have to snort, Tony. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry.
Bill.
Never mind.
Bill, if you could tell us how old you think Mel Torme is, we would just not appreciate that.
And also Bill Torme.
I think Mel Torme is 74.
74 years
Oh.
years young. You say years young? Yeah, okay. The actual age of Mel Torme, his actual age today, is exactly what Beth out there in Muskegon, Michigan said.
Kidding.
She said
Really?
67. Yeah, he's 67.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll be
We're all
that
close.
in about 15 years, 20 years, 25, 30 years. I'll be that age.
Multiple choice question.
Either that or within the next few months, I'll be that age.
Whichever comes first.
Whichever comes first, that's right. Oh God, I hate the guessing ages of old guys who are the same age as I am. I'm sorry. Does that mean our romance is over, Kristen?
Oh, never. That makes me love you even more.
Ooh.
Getting old and the body falling apart is so wonderful.
There might
When-
be frost on the pumpkin, but there's fire in the heart. And a little salsa down your pants, too.
Oh, yeah.
I think the way it goes is, although there's some snow on the roof, there's still a fire in the
Well,
fireplace.
it's the same thing.
In the basement, okay. Okay, this is also the...
Oddly enough, there's fire on the roof in Norm's case because I think he does have a high temperature.
and I
Yeah,
thank...
he's got a little snow in the basement.
And I thank whoever is responsible for that. Snow in the basement.
I don't know.
Okay.
That's just baby bond powder.
You can really read into that if you'd like. But
Today is also the birthday of you notice the way I kind of just move along like nothing is going on. Claudette,
nothing is, Norm.
that's right. Nothing has been going on for the past 48 years ever since I got into broadcasting. When I was Norman Day at WESX in Salem, I used to say, hey, listen, could you make something go on there, please, for heaven's sakes?
Did you talk to her? Hi, I'm Norm Day.
Yeah, that's right.
With my fuzzy soap.
That's right. Fuzzy what is there? Okay, anyway, Claudette Colbert, you know what her birth name was? She was born in Paris. I didn't know that. Paris, France. Claudette Chauchoin. Chauchoin.
What?
Yeah, Chauchoin. Chauchoin. Anyway, today's her birthday.
Oh, Swain.
Then what is
Sorry,
she
Swan.
in? I'm trying to remember.
Claudette Colbert
Yeah, what was
happened one
Thank
night.
you.
God, she's ancient.
Imitation of Life. She was also in...
It happened one night.
It happened one night. That's right. Yes,
Fantastic movie.
Yeah, fantastic, and it was one of the great classics. Okay,
She was
Claudette Colbert.
Cleopatra, too.
That's right. She was one of her early movies. That's right. That's right. Hey, who
I
said?
remember those things.
That's you, Beth.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. Why don't you take the first guess then? At the age of
Oh.
Claudette Colbert.
Okay. I'll see. Oh, I'll say about 80. 83.
83. Okay, 83. Claudette Colbert. Kristen, what do you think? Do you know Claudette Colbert?
No, I'm sorry, I don't.
Oh, I'm sorry you don't, too, but maybe you can guess her age anyway.
I'll say a nice round even 80.
A nice round even 80. Okay. And Bill, what do you say?
A bit of a slanted 81.
Bit of a slanted 81. Okay. And Paul?
Oh, I'm going to say, let's see, 84.
84. Paul's going to say 84, ladies and gentlemen. And Helen will say what?
84.
84 also.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Helen.
Okay.
You're welcome.
That means that you and Paul go to one of Malden's smart restaurants and have a 3-course meal.
Joe's Eats.
Can Tony come too?
Tony may come too, yes.
Hey,
he
what's
may.
this thing you have for Tony?
We'll never tell.
That's our secret.
I'll never tell.
It's just wonderful to see 2 kids in love. It makes my stomach churn. Tony, what do you say? How old is Claudette Colbert?
I'm
today?
going along with Helen and Paul with a decrepit 84.
A decrepit 84. That's a wonderfully warm way to look at your senior citizen friends. And may your soul rot in hell. Okay.
No,
I didn't mean that. That was a little.
That was the
much.
dark side again.
That was my dark side. That's
I
right.
was waiting to be called upon after the crooked and the nice round and the slanted ages, and you skipped over a few. So
Yeah. Actually, we have 3 winners there because Claudette Colbert, or as her original name was Claudette Chauchoin. Claudette Colbert is actually 87 years old today. And so the Tony and Helen and Paul, who guessed 84, were the closest.
yeah.
So it's a
Yeah, that
three-way
means
tie.
that it's that's right. It's a 4-way tie.
Oh, okay.
Do I get a tacky prize?
Not yet, Helen, for God's sake.
Helen, we're still fighting tooth and nail in this game now. It's still on.
I've been waiting forever.
Have you ever won, Helen?
No.
Wow. That's
You
too
may
bad.
have to wait a while.
And it gets more tacky as the time goes on.
Yeah, because I have a 6-month supply. This is one of the grand prizes of this year. 6-month supply of cat litter. Oh, yeah.
New or used, Norm?
Oh, it's used. man. You
Don't
know.
forget those
Good.
dumbbells from the health club.
I got the peanut brittle. That was out of sight.
Your peanut brittle was great. A 5-pound box of peanut brittle, along with a set of dentures.
And a few leftover weather sticks.
And a sledgehammer.
Well, you're already swinging, aren't you? What a sickly group this is.
I'll be right back,
Yeah,
Norm.
that's right. I could be teaching my class at the University of Bombay along with David Brudnoy, and I'm stuck here. So. At my university. I could be at my university. Anyway,
William F. Buckley.
William F. Buckley, yeah. Anyway, Fred Silverman.
Channeled him right on the spot too.
Yes, I think maybe I can do him, but he's still alive, sort of alive. Do you think he talks that way at home? William F.
Regrettably, yes, I do.
Would you pass me the Grand Resource, please? I could use some more of my turkey. I want some more turkey. Naturally, I'd like the white meat because I happen to be a racist. No, he's probably not a racist. I just made that up.
If we were on TV, underneath Norm's face would be flashing political commentary. Political commentary.
That's right. That's right.
Subliminal political message.
It's like those stations that have talk hosts, and they always say, the opinions expressed are not necessarily those of the station or the sponsors.
Yep.
Like that's going to save them from a lawsuit. Okay, Fred Silverman, anyway. Fred Silverman is a TV producer, NBC, I believe, isn't it?
That's right.
NBC.
Well,
He-
he used to be
yeah,
the
he
former president of CBS.
That's right, he was the president.
When they were in their glory days with All in the Family and
That's-
MASH and all those things.
Yeah, big man in television.
And now
yeah.
he's got a production company. I think he produces Jake and the Fat Man,
Matlock.
Matlock, and all those
Oh, really? You know,
older type crime series.
And he was responsible for Super Train. Remember that series?
oh, yeah, Super Train. Yeah,
he was
that's
a
right.
flop
Oh,
as an
wow,
NBC
yeah.
president.
Super Train.
Super Train, yeah. That lasted about 4 minutes. Then it was canceled, I think, after the second commercial. Fred Silverman. Let's start with you, Bill.
Probably 69.
69. Okay. And Tony?
68. My original answer.
68 is your original answer. Okay.
My non-original answer was 69.
And come closer, Kristen. Would you whisper your answer in my ear, please? And speak loudly, because it's a very old ear.
I will say a lovely 66.
A lovely 66. Okay.
You know why she said that?
You know, why is that?
To win your heart.
To win my heart. That's right. And you didn't say that's the root. You didn't say that at all, did you?
No, I was.
Yeah. You were just captivated by.
I didn't want to
Kristen so
interrupt
much.
you and Kristen with the.
That's right.
Awful
okay.
humor.
That's right. Helen, how old do you think Fred Silverman is today?
71.
71. Okay, and Beth?
70.
70. And what do you think, Paul?
I think he's a little younger than everybody has mentioned. I'm going to say 59.
59.
Well, he may be that, but after he produced Super Train, he aged about 10 years.
Because he was very young when he was an executive at CBS.
You're absolutely right, Paul, and you're the closest, you devil. He's 55.
Oh, I thought he was a
Wow.
little older than that.
That's
Yeah.
the limit.
And Paul said that's yes.
Yeah, sure it is.
Paul said 59. He was the closest, and the rest of you said a lot older than that. A lot older than that.
Mm-hmm.
So don't you go looking to Fred for a job, any of you. Okay, this is also the birthday of Nell Carter. The
Big fat Nell Carter.
Big fat Nell
She's
Carter.
been quite ill
Code
lately.
8.
She's been quite ill.
Yeah, I heard about a month or two ago that she was suffering from some rare blood disease.
She had a
Oh,
brain aneurysm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
So she's
Got athlete's foot.
Did
What's the tie-in with that?
Bill say that?
Bill
tasteless
said that.
remark? Did he come in? It was his tasteless remark, wasn't it? Huh? Paul,
so
let's
she's never mind. I'm not going to pursue that any further.
let's start with Paul on this one. How old do you think Nell Carter is today?
I'm going to say Nell is a nice round 42.
Nice round 42. Okay, and what do you think, Beth?
33.
33. And Helen?
40.
40. Okay, and Kristen?
44.
44.
Oh, my.
Okay, and Tony?
45.
And what do you think, Bill?
43.
Okay. The actual age of Nell Carter today, September 13th, is exactly what Kristen said.
Oh!
44
Should have
years
agreed
old.
with that
44.
whisper.
Yeah.
Those
Wow.
whispery vocals. I should have agreed with that.
Stop complaining, Tony.
I think Christian got Tony's book and she's cheating.
Oh, here we go now.
Oh.
The
My
accusation.
first one.
What's the score right now?
The score right now, you want a rundown of the
Yeah.
score. Just because you have two.
He can walk. So.
He has two correct answers, and he knows he's leading. That's why he asked for
Yeah.
that. Because he happens to be a cheat and a terrible person. Okay,
That
Paul.
about sums it up.
Yeah, that sums it up, and that's the nice thing. Wait till I get to the bad parts. No, Paul has two correct answers, and one correct answer each by Beth, Helen, Kristen, and Tony, and Bill.
I'm so
Yeah,
ashamed.
He's out there somewhere camping on some highway.
Suffering from apathy.
Looking
Yeah.
for the bear.
Yeah, he's in a rest area right now, and somebody else is using the phone.
Putting
Huh?
I don't know.
gold ball on it.
No, that was very philosophical, although meaningless. Here's a tough one. This is Larry Speaks.
What did he say?
He said, "How old am I?"
Who is Larry? Speak.
Okay, I'm just going to tell you that.
He's
And,
focused.
and that's a fair question. It's a fair question. Larry Speaks is a former government official.
See, even
For what
I
age
knew
is
that.
He was born in Cleveland, if that helps you at all.
What year?
What year? We always have somebody who always asks that. And they think they're just so darn clever about that.
I think he was a
Okay.
spokesperson for Ronald Reagan.
Former White House spokesperson and for Ronald Reagan, I believe, is absolutely correct, Bill.
The spokesperson.
Yes. I want you to notice that Bill Wilson, although he knows traffic like the back of his hand, he knows a whole lot of other things too. And that's why he's our man of the year.
How old is he, Bill?
I'll tell you in a bit.
Okay. I'm going to call first on Kristen to take the first shot at this because I know that leaves her in a hopeless position, and I like when you're vulnerable, sweetie.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
Kristen, how old do you think Larry speaks?
Oh, it's getting
You
hot in
know,
here.
if you like me so much, do you know you're going to humiliate me in 2 seconds?
I know that, but one of the reasons I like you is because humiliating you really turns me on.
Because I have the foggiest idea.
A little.
Yeah, I know. Most people don't. So whatever you say, you'll set the pace, and everybody's going to guess within a year or two
Oh,
what you
great.
say.
Then everyone will hate me.
No, we could never do that.
We're trying, though.
Whoa. Thanks.
That happens to have been Helen who said that, and Helen hates everybody. It's really sickening.
She's just waiting for a tacky price.
Okay. Well, he helped out Ronald Reagan, right?
Yeah, he was the spokesperson, one of the spokespersons for Ronald Reagan. That's right.
Was he a young guy then? Or was he close to Reagan's age?
No, well, how can we answer that without giving you clues?
He was a close friend of Thomas Jefferson.
Well,
Anybody who's a spokesperson for Ronald Reagan, of course, that leads to all kinds of humor there too. But we won't go into that.
I don't think he'd hire young guys to be a spokesperson.
Well, he wouldn't hire, say, you, who's at the age of... You're how old? You're about 20, 21?
20.
20, yeah. Yeah, no, he's older than you. I can give you that clue.
Very recently, 20.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, too. Had a birthday just within the past few weeks.
The 17th of August.
17th of August.
Okay, well, I've stalled long enough.
Yeah.
I'll say... Well, I'll have to say 65.
65.
Yeah.
Okay. And let me ask you, Beth, what do you think?
Oh, let's see. I'm trying to remember what he looks like.
Well, he's tall. He has an angular face.
Yeah, he had hair.
With a always day-old beard growth.
Mm-hmm.
And sandals that are a little scuffed.
Didn't he wear corduroy knickers also?
Corduroy pants, as a matter of fact. Corduroy knickers when he was younger. Later on, corduroy pants that made that singing sound when
You
he
could
walked.
hear him, but
And
a
he
block
carried
away.
a Ronald Reagan lunchbox.
I've got the picture now. Let's see.
Yeah, and also, he also had a shoes with the sole kind of flapping as he walked, with the singing of the corduroy and the flapping of the shoe. He was kind of like a one-man band, and Ronald Reagan just loved it.
And Winston Dixie.
Play my favorite song. Would you masses in the cold, cold ground? I love it.
What a sight.
Who am I asking this question? Is Beth? I'm sorry. How old?
56.
I'm sorry, 56?
Why not?
You're saying 56, 5'6".
Yeah, fine.
Okay. Let's see. Let me ask Bill Wilson. How old do you think he is?
49.
49. Okay. And Helen?
58.
What do you think, Tony?
Well, after that Bill answer, he sounds like he... 50... Well, you said what? Bill, 49?
I said 49, Tony.
51.
51. Okay. And Paul?
Well, I was going to say 49. I'm going to stay with 49.
Going to stay
No
with
Bill
49. I love a man who knows his own mind. Even if it
No
is.
time I spoke up.
That's right. Even if it is a silly mind. But actually, let's see. Larry Speaks actually is 53, which would make... Hold on a minute while I figure this thing out.
Tony.
It would make Tony, who said 51, the closest.
Yay.
Now, Tony has two correct
Beth
answers.
said 56.
Pardon me?
That's 3 years off.
Yeah, but Tony was only 2 years off.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you better be.
But I was going to say that.
Study your math now.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so that means that Paul and Tony are tied with 2 apiece.
Well, hurry up, get to another one so I can get out of this
And
time.
Chris,
I'm with you, Tony.
Thanks.
And Kristen, how about you, Tony? Oh, stop that.
He just channeled Helen here, and Helen, wow.
And Kristen, Helen, and Beth all have one apiece. And Bill is still in the bathroom.
This is his first game, the longest he's went without scoring. Unless I don't know anything about his love life.
You care to tell us about that, would you, Bill? In great detail?
In the next traffic report.
Okay. That's right.
I hope it has nothing to do with a bear, Bill, because it'll be the last time we talk to you.
Okay, how about Jacqueline Bissett, one of the really beautiful ladies?
Who's she?
Who's she? Oh, pardon me. Sure. You get so jealous as soon as I say beautiful lady, you pretend, who is she? You know damn well who she is. Don't fool me now, Helen. Okay, let's start with, let's see, we'll start with Tony.
I knew it.
One. I know it. Well, we haven't started with you
I know,
yet.
but when you always repeat it a few times, I'm the next one up.
That's right. You are the next one up.
Jacqueline Bissett.
Jacqueline Bissett.
Who is she?
Wasn't she? Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Is that her? No. That's Kelly.
Kelly
LeBrock.
That's right.
Pontine.
There we go. No. Wait a minute. Who doesn't Jacqueline Bissett do one of those commercials?
No.
She was in.
A lot of TV movies, wasn't she?
Yeah, she has been on television a lot, and
I'm confusing her with Rachel Ward.
You
Is
know,
that
there's
okay?
a news reporter named Jackie Bissett also
I didn't know
on,
that.
on one of the cable networks.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
I'm trying to. I keep seeing Rachel Ward for some reason.
I think she was in The Deep.
That's wishful thinking.
The Deep. Thank you very much. Okay. She is now.
She played Jackie Onassis.
You know what? She's hit the big 5-0.
The big 5-0. Okay. Okay, I want to ask you, Paul, what do you think?
Oh, let me see.
Yeah, check your paper.
I say she's, let me see, 52.
52. Okay. And Kristen,
I will say 46.
46. Okay. What do you think, Bill?
A beautiful 47.
A beautiful 47. And Beth?
43.
43. These are very slow and very deliberate and carefully thought out answers, and I'm very pleased with all of you. Helen, what do you think?
51.
51. Okay, let me figure. Let's see. Jacqueline Bissett, born September 13th, 48 years ago.
Oh.
And so Bill, who said 47.
I'm out of the bathroom now, folks.
He's out of the bathroom, and he's now on the scoreboard. Yeah, she's 48.
Just
Lovely
flushed
looking.
the toilet, and he's
Yeah.
full of knowledge.
Just
I don't
watch
think you
it.
can say that word on television, can you?
No, you can't. You really can't. Paul will suffer the consequences of that remark from now on for years. He will not be able to go to Malden Square to the donut shop without the curse being on his head.
What donut shop?
Please. That's the first curse is for him not to remember the name of the donut shop. For a man who loved glazed donuts and cannot say that word ever again is
I'm a
enough of a
muffin
curse. I'm a muffin man.
Yeah, I think I saw that written in one of the
Yeah.
walls of one of the men's
Yeah,
rooms.
that's right.
Call
Paul. He's
The
a
muffin
muffin.
man.
He's a muffin man. Okay, Paul. Anyway, Paul has two correct answers, and Tony has two correct answers, and everybody else has one. So
We don't want to show them up.
we don't want to show them up. Who said that?
Good line, Helen.
What is that? What is that, Ella? Okay.
We're smarter than them, but we don't want to show it.
Let
Sure,
them
Helen.
have their
Anything
day.
you say.
Okay, here's one more. This is a singer, I believe a rock singer, songwriter, born in Chicago, named Peter. Cetera.
Cetera.
Cetera. Peter Cetera. Okay. Okay, Peter Cetera.
Chicago.
Pretty popular fellow.
Most
Peter-
famous.
Most famous. Now, what was he
Famous.
famous for?
Chicago. Well, he was in the band Chicago.
And he sang the theme to the Karate Kid.
Oh, really?
yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's
Another
Peter
classic
Sellers.
an American
big
film.
hit away from Chicago.
Okay, let's start with let's see. Let's start with Helen.
I don't even know him.
Doesn't
too
matter.
old.
That's
Hel-
your problem.
Yeah, that's your problem, Helen. We can't help you
Heard
with
of
that.
him.
Is he young or old?
Kind of in
When was he
between.
born? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Would you just make a guess of some sort? And
Uh,
sure you'll
Shut
be-
up.
Yeah. That's right.
I'd say 40.
You say he's 40.
Yeah.
No, 40.
Oh, she said 40. That's how she said
40.
40. Okay. And Beth, who's from Michigan, has a funny accent, too. How old do you think Peter Cetera is? Beth?
I don't even know how you say his name.
Peter, oh, I just said it. I said it fluently, and I said it nicely.
Now, will you please spell the latter part?
I would be happy to. It's C-E-T-C-E-T-E-R-A. Peter Cetera. C-E-T-E-R-A.
Never
Peter,
heard of him.
P-E-T-E-R.
Never heard of him.
Singer, S-I-N-G-E-R.
Cat. C-A-T.
Yeah.
Dog, D-O-G.
Okay. All right.
Dumb, D-U-M-B.
35.
35.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
35.
She
Never
did
heard
say
of
that,
him.
didn't she? Never heard of him.
Never heard of him. Tony, what do you say?
Oh, I'll have to go along with 39.
With, I'm sorry, 39.
That's what I said, Jack.
You said, let me, 39 years of age. You say, 39. Why don't I stop this right this minute? Okay, what do you think, Kristen?
I'll say 45.
You'll say
Oh.
45. Okay. And Paul, what do you say?
I'm going to say,
Just broke up the Karate Kid movie. He's fast forwarding through.
yeah, right. I'll say 45 also.
45 also. Okay. And what do you say, Bill?
46.
46. Okay. The actual age, again, of Peter Cetera on this very day, September 13th, is 48.
Oh, my goodness.
So Bill Wilson, who said 46, is the closest.
And now he's in a three-way tie.
That's a
with Tony
three-way
and I.
tie. That with Tony, Paul, and Bill.
Oh, boy, that's poor women.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Never heard of him.
sighing going on here.
I can listen to it all night.
Yeah, just sounds so darn swell. Okay, so I ought to give you one more, I guess, to try to break up.
I
this
guess
tie.
so,
I don't
yeah.
know if I got much more. Well, let me see. What
Give us a date.
give you a date?
Well, if you don't have any birthdays.
Okay, give you an event, and you tell me when that happened.
Well, no. Do you have any other birthdays? Any names that you skipped over?
Any
that-
skip names that I skipped over? No, nothing really dramatic. No.
Try a
that
name.
didn't answer my question.
Give us a name. Maybe we know it.
He's
Okay.
awful bossy, isn't he, Norm?
He really is bossy. I'm going to give him a name, that he'll never ask me for a name ever again.
Lipschitz. Walter P.
No, Hepzibah Zelbowitz.
Forget it.
78.
Okay, 78 years old is correct.
I win.
Tony
Game
wins
over.
the game.
Goodbye.
Paul is out of it, and I hope you're satisfied now, Paul. Okay, I'll give you a date. This is the date let's see.
Chaz was born.
That's right. And moved up the Mississippi to Chicago. Chiang Kai-shek became the president of China.
I thought you were placing an order for a second.
He was finally thrown off China by Mao Zedong, who then took over, and then he ended up on the island of Formosa.
Bless you.
Thank you. Either that or was Norman's Woe off of Salem. I forget which. Anyway, Chiang Kai-shek. Chiang Kai-shek.
Great.
Now, this is what, when he was...
What's the question?
He became president of China.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay, now you tell me the year this happened. Paul, are you back at school?
Yes, I am.
And what grade do you teach?
Grades 7 and 8.
And what subject?
Well, I do
Everything.
a little bit of everything. I'm kind of a support teacher there.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I'm a little bit like a tutor.
Okay, then therefore that the date that Chiang Kai-shek became president of China to you would be.
Do the kids like you, Paul?
Oh, he's
immensely.
disqualified.
That'd be a piece of cake for you, then, wouldn't it?
Well, not really.
Okay.
Sure.
Is he still? No, he isn't.
Am I
No,
still what?
he's
dead.
He's been dead for some time now. Yes.
So are
Yeah,
you asking
Paul.
me
What
a
do you
question?
think? What year did Chiang Kai-shek became president of China?
Oh, it was sometime in the 20s, I believe. I was going to say 1924.
1924. Okay. What do you think, Beth?
Oh, 1931.
1931. Helen?
1935.
1935. The way we're going, somebody's going to say 1993. Next year, he's going to really take over. Kristen, what do you think?
19.
No.
18.
1929.
1929. Okay, and Tony?
Yeah, 29 was. I'll say 31.
1931. Same as Beth.
Oh,
Okay, she said 31 also. Bill, what do
they
you
have
say?
elections at the odd years over there, don't they? Or whenever they feel like
Yeah,
taking over a government.
they sometimes never have elections
That's right.
because they know what people want. Anyway, Bill, what do you say? How old?
1934.
1934. Okay. I'm pleased to say-
1993.
I'm pleased to say that none of you actually was that close.
Now, my original answer before everyone pushed me to the third was going to be something like 1963 or something.
No, couldn't have been.
No, because
No
he
way.
was in
Mao
during the
Zedong
World
was
War.
in since the
Or
40s.
who did Nixon go over and see? Anyone know what the?
Mao, wasn't it?
Well, it was either Mao or Mao's successor.
Okay.
It was after that.
Yeah, it was Mao, though. He did see Mao in the early 70s.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
For a guy who made a lousy guess on the year that Chiang Kai-shek took over, Paul, you sure have a lot to say. The actual year that Chiang Kai-shek took over as
Yeah.
president of China was 1943.
Oh,
It's during World War II. And after the war, that's when the Mao Zedong came down with the Communist Party and overthrew this clown. Both of them are clowns in a sense. That what Mao Zedong did was not so wonderful. But we kept sending aid to Chiang Kai-shek, and he kept pocketing it, giving it to his friends. What did he think? He was some kind of a United States senator or
it's
what?
kind of like what they do here.
Yeah, that's
or
right.
what?
Anyway, so the closest would have been Helen, who said 1935.
And now we
Yay.
have
And it
a
was
six-way tie.
1943.
What is it? Five-way tie
Yeah,
now?
it's a 1-2. It's a
Three, four.
four-way tie. Paul, hold on! Don't anybody applaud till I introduce the entire head table. Paul, Tony, Beth. Not Beth. Bill.
And Helen.
No. I guess and Helen.
Yep, that's me.
No,
Yeah,
that's
Helen
right.
just
That's
got the
right.
last
And
one,
Helen,
yeah.
that's right. You got the last one. Those are the, and the rest of you got one apiece. So that's very good.
You have another date?
Do we get a tacky prize?
You just love those tacky prizes, don't you?
I don't know.
Because we're running out of time, but
Yeah, we are running out of time. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to give you one more birthday. Okay, I did dig up another birthday. Judith Martin. You're going to say, who is Judith Martin?
who was Judith Martin?
Author, journalist, born in Washington, D.C. She is known as Miss Manners.
Oh, her.
Yeah. Is it okay if, when I don't like my soup, I spill it on the head of the hostess? That kind of, she's written a book.
That
on
would be
those kind of
perfectly
things.
acceptable.
It would be. Yeah, that's she's actually kind of blazed new paths.
Yeah, she is.
That way, yeah. Is it okay if I don't like the party to kick the host in the ankle as I leave?
Has she been
And
around
she
a
says,
long
by
time?
all means, yes, as long as you do it with a well-shod foot.
Yeah, and a well-shined shoe.
That's
You can't-
right.
You can't kick anybody with dirty shoes.
That's right.
Yeah. Very impolite.
Did I have a question about Judith Martin?
Yeah, well, no, I was wondering how has she been writing a long time? Or is
We-
she just known
She
for
probably
her
since she was 4 or 5.
Yeah. She had manners very early in life. As a matter of fact, yeah. In fact, one of the first things she had manners about had to do with an umbilical cord. That's how long she's been writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can recall one story about it where she requested a bib when she was being fed.
That's
Out
right.
of the little jars, yeah.
She said, "Is it okay if I say, should I say Miss or Mister or use their first name when I'm requesting a bib for my Similac?"
Didn't she have a relative called named Mind Your?
No, she didn't, Paul. So be quiet. Okay. Didn't you have a relative named Mind Your? Let's see, Miss Manners. No, we get that, Paul. That's a little subtle, but what the heck? Okay,
Are you on till 5 this morning?
No, actually, we've been off the air for about a half hour now. The general manager came in and pulled a switch on everything, looking at it in a disgusting way. But I figured, why tell you we're having so much fun? Okay, we better get through this quickly.
Yeah, could you please?
It's because we're running late.
I hate to say it, but I'm bored stiff.
I'm not too thrilled with any of this myself. Judith Manners. Paul, what do you think?
Judith Manners?
Yeah, rage.
Judith Manners?
No, I'm sorry. Judith Martin, Miss Manners. How old is she?
Judith Martin.
Judith Martin, Miss Manners. Yes.
Martin.
Yes. This is the big
I'll say 69.
69. And what do you say, Beth?
Oh, 68.
68. And Helen?
65.
55?
65.
65. Okay. And Kristen?
60.
60. And Tony?
66.
66. And what do you think, Bill?
71.
71. Okay. Judith Martin is actually 54. He is much younger than any of you have said, except
Kristen.
Kristen was the closest at 60.
Thank you.
So now
So,
it's a 5-way tie.
So it's a 5-way tie. We have no time to break the tie.
Another null and void game. I love it.
Yeah. So the game is null and void.
No
And-
tacky pies?
And do not speak to. Will you stop that? No tacky prizes. Your whole life revolves around some tacky prize. Will you stop? I want to thank all of you for playing the game. You've all.
Fun.
Oh, what? Hey, Paul. Thank you very much.
You're certainly welcome.
And you did very well. I'm sorry, no
I
cigar.
goofed on that.
Now get out of here.
No, you did okay. And Beth, all the way out there in Muskegon, Michigan. Just pass the word along. Get a lot of your folks out there to listen to us.
Okay, and I loved your picture.
Oh, did I send one of those things?
Yes, you did, and it's beautiful.
Okay.
Which one did you send this time?
I sent a picture of Paul from Malden.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, he's in a classroom setting. Hey, okay, Beth, and I appreciate talking to you. Also, Helen,
Yes, it's been fun.
it's been fun.
And I love you, Tony.
Love you too, Helen.
Okay. Sorry to break this thing up, but I'm getting nauseous. And Kristen, I appreciate you playing the game with us.
Okay, thanks a lot, Norm. I had a blast.
Well, we had a blast having you. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Good night, Kristen.
Bye, Tony.
And Tony,
You rang.
okay. Hey, thanks for playing the game with us too. You're okay.
Thank you. It's been one.
Well, there he goes. Okay. And Bill Wilson,
I will talk to you in a few, sir.
in a few seconds. That's right, too. We're coming very close to news time. And good to talk with you. And right now, we'll take a break for the news, and then we'll be back with the final 35 minutes of this really spectacularly awesome, wicked awesome show. 254-1030, area code is 617, because we have a lot of open lines. And so we just have another half hour to talk to you. And I know that you'll want to talk to us very, very much, if I can read your mind. Either that or you won't want to talk to me at all, whatever. WBZ, Boston, it is now 4 o'clock.
Well, that extra birthday wasn't any help in deciding a winner. Truthfully, we were all winners for playing, tuning in, and calling the show. And you are too, by listening right now. Thank you. Like, subscribe, and share, and support the show by checking us out over on Patreon. And now, a word from our sponsor.
Are you looking for a new job? You don't have to look far. Your uncle is hiring. I mean, your Uncle Sam. The federal government. A government job is a good job. You get fair pay, steady work, great benefits. And right now, your uncle is hiring. Over 20,000 people a month in many occupations and trades. For more information on how to get a federal job, subscribe to the Federal Jobs Digest. It worked for me.
The federal government is now hiring in your area. Jobs are open in many occupations without tests. A newspaper called the Federal Jobs Digest lists these jobs. You see exactly how to apply for each opening. A subscription costs $29. Money back if you're not satisfied. To subscribe to the Federal Jobs Digest by credit card or COD, call 1-800-543-8000. Again, 1-800-543-8000.
Your uncle is hiring. Join the family.
Closing the vault and leaving this world a little sillier than we found it for Friday the 13th on a Sunday. The WBZ farm stand. Joe the baker and his baby daughter Teal. Arthur Godfrey. Ovaltine. The Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. Bennett Surf. Clicking Bridge Work. Knowing the Future. Cohasset, Mass. and its twin city, Muskegon, Michigan. Doing not so much of anything and proud of it. Flirting with imposters. Raising Helen. Worse than failing Jack Hart's School of Comedy is graduating. Roadwatch America, Norm Nathan and his popular high-rated show known as The Popular High-Rated Show. Whispering in one's ear. Similac, Zwayback, Norman Day at WESX in Salem, Mass. Wah, shwa, Angular Features, Day-Old Growth, Scuffed Sandals, Corduroy Slacks, and Flapping Shoe Soles. One of my radio affairs, Helen from Boston. Another radio affair, Kristen from Dorchester. Rotting in Hell. Used Cat Litter, Peanut Brittle, the University of Bombay, William F. Buckley. 66, that's the route. 55, that's the limit. Inappropriateness. Player cheating accusations. Humiliation as a turn-on. Tacky prizes, knowing one's own mind. The Muffin Man, Jack Benny, Estebar Zelbowitz, Miss Manners, Null and Void, Nausea, the Federal Jobs Digest, the Chelsea Record, the Andover Townsman, the Lawrence Eagle Tribune, the Wall Street Journal, the Malden Evening News. Man of the Year, Bill Wilson, and the man who had fire on the roof and snow in the basement, Norm Nathan. I'm Tony Nesbitt.
May your soul rot in hell.